A stifling summer air hung heavy over the city of Ludwigshafen in 1908. The buildings shimmered with heat, and inside one of BASF's sprawling factories, a maze of iron and fire waited for its next miracle. Karl Bosch, tall and quietly resolute, walked among the machines as one might weave through a forest, a place where every pipe, every vessel, held secrets and possibilities. Since childhood, Bosch had watched candles flicker, metals melt, and wondered aloud about the power of fire to change matter. While peers played outside, he experimented in his father's workshop, losing himself in the dance of flame and metal. Science, Dad, is like fire. It destroys one thing to create another, he had once said, unwittingly predicting the shape of his future. Years later, science met necessity. Fritz Haber, brilliant, sharp-featured, restless, had just pulled off a feat in his lab. He coaxed normally inert nitrogen from the air to meet hydrogen and form ammonia. It was only a trickle, captured in glass, but for a world poised at the edge of famine, it was the hope of rain in a drought. Bosch stood before Haber's delicate latticework of tubes and valves, nodding silently. The challenge was obvious. The world needed tons, not grams, of ammonia. The glasswork couldn't survive the pressures required. Steel might not, either. At first, every solution crumbled. High-pressure vessels split like overripe fruit, deadly ammonia hissed into the air, and workers flinched from flying shards and toxic clouds. Yet, in the chaos, Bosch was unshaken. To his weary team, he said, "Everything softens, even iron." He saw the task as a series of problems, each waiting to surrender. Months passed. With each failure, he returned to his desk and crafted new ideas. Chromolybdenum steel, newly forged, survived the pressure. Coolants tamed the heat. Seals and joints, reinvented, held fast. Bosch paced the factory at dawn, face smudged with soot, pushing ever forward. One evening, after weeks that blurred together, silence gripped the plant. Liquid ammonia flowed, unstoppable, safe, through banks of steel pipes. Bosch set down his notebook and spoke simply to his team. "We've done it." That night, fertilizer manufacturers across the globe began to reshape their world. Green fields soon swept across Europe and beyond, fed by invisible nutrients drawn from the sky. Humanity had pierced nature's limits and bent them toward life. Wheat grew in lands once barren, and bread found its way to empty tables. Yet, even as Bosch's invention seeded hope, shadows lingered. The same ammonia that fed crops could be turned into explosives. Factories multiplied, but so did arsenals. Bosch observed these developments, battling a silent conflict inside.